Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a really great day so far. We're going to go through a strong sequence of warrior poses today to help strengthen the legs, maybe open up the hips, and really firm into the day. So we'll start at the top of the mat. Come to the top of the mat with the feet hip-width distance apart. So just a little bit of space, maybe a fist distance between the heels. Ground the feet into the earth. Bring the hands to the hips to start and feel the front of the hip bone settle down and the tailbone reach down to the earth. As you lift through the front of the chest, tuck the chin, pull the ears over the shoulders, and reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Keep the eyes closed, the muscles in the face soft. And as you seal the lips, bring all of the awareness to your breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Hands come together in front of the heart. Keep the eyes closed. Take a few breaths here to breathe into your day. Grounding the feet into the floor, lengthening through the spine. Take a few more breaths here, just noticing how the body feels. How the feet feel connecting to the floor, the ankles, the shins, the calves. Lift up through the heart. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Now with the awareness at your breath and a centering in your heart, take the next breath to invite your intention for your day. And you are choosing how you want your day to go. So consciously find a word that describes how you want your day to go and let that be your intention. And then you'll take one more full breath into your intention. Blink the eyes open. Bring the hands together at the hips and have the feet a little bit closer than hip-width distance apart now. As you root the heels into the floor, you're still going to lift up through the heart. Hands can come down by the sides of the body now. Lift up through the heart. As you inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Interlace the fingers and press the palms away. Root into the feet. Don't jet the front of the ribs out. Still press the feet into the floor. Ribs come into the back of the body. See if you can bring the arms somewhere by the ears. And take one more full breath here. Soften the shoulders down the back. Take one more breath, reaching the fingers up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands down together in front of the heart. Pause here, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Blink the eyes open again. Inhale the arms out and up. This time grab the right wrist with the left hand. Inhale to lengthen the right arm up. As you exhale, lean over to the left side. Soften the right shoulder down away from the ear. Keep rooting into both feet evenly. Keep the core engaged to protect the low back. Soften the muscles in the face. Take another breath here, maybe leaning a little bit more over to the left to feel that stretch along the right side of the torso. Use your next inhale to come back to center. Switch wrists. Inhale to lengthen. Use the exhale to lean over to the right side now. Root into the left foot. Soften the left shoulder away from the ear. Keep rooting through the feet. Lift through the center of the chest. Take another full breath here. Maybe leaning over a little bit more to the right side. Use your next inhale to come back into center. Bring the hands together. Exhale the palms down together in front of the heart. Press the thumbs into the chest. Take another full breath here. Pausing, just noticing how you're starting to wake up the body. Take 2 more breaths. And then you'll blink the eyes open, bring the hands together in front of the heart. Step the left foot back, and you'll start in a lunge. Pause here as you root the right foot into the floor. Can you step that left foot back and have the heel pointing up to the ceiling? Reach the heart forward, pull the right hip back, and then soften through the left hip. Take another breath in and another breath out. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, and you're going to spiral the left foot down. Make sure that you feel that the heels are not intersecting, and you can look back with the eyes just to make sure that they're not. If they are, step the left foot out to the left. Hands are in front of the heart. Press into the ball of the right foot. Seal the outer edge of the left foot to the mat. And then as you engage the core, lift up through the heart. Hands can stay at the heart, or you can bring the arms right alongside the ears for warrior 1. As you soften into the pose, press both feet into the floor evenly. Feel the shoulders reach down the back, but lift the fingertips up to the ceiling. Take 1 more breath in and a full breath out. 1 more breath in to lengthen the arms. And then the exhale is going to bring the hands together behind the back. Interlace the fingers where the right thumb is on top. Extend the fingers down towards the left heel. Still press into both feet evenly. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. When you exhale, you're going to gently start to hinge forward for humble warrior. Go as far as you feel comfortable to where you can keep your balance. Maybe the right shoulder comes towards that right knee. Lift the knuckles off of the waist up towards the ceiling. Feel the shoulders pull away from the ears. Keep pressing into both feet evenly. Take another full breath, humble warrior. Release the hands all the way down to the floor. Step the back heel in line with the front heel. Ground into both feet. Back leg is nice and firm, and you're going to rotate the inner left thigh to the back so it really firms back leg. On your next inhale, use the left arm to windmill up into warrior 2. When you come into warrior 2, the front heel will intersect with the back heel or the back arch. You'll sink into the front knee. The inner back thigh is rotating to the back. Extend the fingertips away from one another, and then soften the shoulders away from the ears. Warrior 2. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Open up through the chest. Take 2 more breaths. Keep the core engaged. Lift through the heart. Take 1 more cycle of breath. Keep the legs where they are. Release the left hand to the back of the thigh. Flip the right palm. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze into the right palm. Soften through the right shoulder. And then you'll sink into that front knee a little bit deeper. Take 1 more full breath. Inhale to come back to warrior 2. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Open the heart to the wide side of the mat. And then you'll bring the hands together to the heart. Straighten through the front leg. And on your mat, you'll have the feet parallel to the short edges of the mat. Inhale to lengthen up out of the heart. When you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. Release the hands down to the floor. Shake the head, yes and no. Bring the heart a little bit closer to the thighs. Roll the weight into the toes. Shoulders move away from the ears. Take another full breath. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart. Lift through the back of the head. Inhale to rise all the way up. Pause here. Lift through the chest. Turn to the front of the mat. Step to the front of the mat. Come back into your mountain pose. Release the hands to the sides of the body, or you can keep the hands at the hips. Close the eyes. Root the feet into the floor. Take a full breath, just noticing the body and the difference that you have created between the legs and the hips. Keep the lips sealed. Keep breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Take one more full breath. And then bring the hands together, bring the hands back to the hips. Step the right foot back. Come to the ball of the foot. Make sure that the heel is pointing up to the ceiling. So right foot is back. Now left foot is forward. Root into the ball of the left foot. Pull the right hip back. Try almost like you're setting the right heel down on the floor, even though it won't reach the floor. And as you lift through the heart, pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Keep the core engaged. And then hands can stay at the hips, or you can bring them to the heart. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feel the strength you're starting to build in that front leg. And then you're going to set the back foot down, rotate the heel down to the floor. Make sure that the heels are not on the same line of energy. And then you'll rotate that left hip back, right hip forward. Hands again stay at the hips, or maybe you extend them right alongside the ears. Reach the fingertips forward or up towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders down the back and keep the core engaged. Take another full breath here. Stay in warrior one. Keep the legs where they are. Extend the fingertips up. As you exhale, bring the hands together behind the back. Interlace the fingers, left thumb on top. Reach the fingertips for that right heel. Keep pressing into both feet evenly. Heart is facing forward. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward nice and slow. Start to bring the left shoulder towards the left knee. Extend the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Root into both feet evenly. Take another full breath in your humble warrior. Release the hands down for the floor. Look back and step that back foot in line with the front heel. Ground into both feet. Spiral the right thigh to the back of the room. And then with the right hand, inhale to windmill up. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Gaze over the front middle finger, and then soften the shoulders away from the ears down the back. Scoop that left sit bone underneath the left hip, and that's going to point the left knee over the middle toe. Soften the shoulders. Release the jaw. Continue to breathe. Take a full cycle of breath here. Keep the legs exactly where they are. Bring the right hand to the back of the right thigh. Reverse the left hand. Inhale, reversing the warrior. Soften through the left shoulder. Bend into the front knee. Gaze into the left palm. Take another full breath. On your next inhale, come back into warrior two. Extend the fingertips away from one another. You're extending the fingertips away, but gazing over the front middle finger. Take one more breath here in warrior two. Bring the hands to the hips, straighten through the left leg, and then you're going to rotate to pivot the feet to where the feet are parallel to the short edges of a mat. Inhale to lengthen up and out of the heart. When you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. Release the hands all the way to the floor. And then you can walk the hands in, coming into a forward fold. Roll the weight into the toes. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the sit bones lifting up towards the ceiling. I like to tuck my chin and feel the top of my head pointing a little bit more towards the floor. Feel the sit bones pointing up towards the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more full breath. And then bring the hands to the hips. Engage the core, lift through the back of the head. Inhale to rise with a flat back. Pause here. And then I want you to bring the heels in and the toes are pointing out. You're still standing in a wide stance. Inhale to lengthen out of the spine. When you exhale, you're going to bend at the knees and come into a squat pose. Drop the sit bones as far as feels comfortable. Feel the knees opening up towards the short edge of the feet. And then you can lift through the heart. Hands can come to the heart if you would like. You can bring the hands to the thighs, but you would not dump the weight into them. You still want to lift up through the heart. So don't have the weight anywhere. Use the core and the thighs and the hips to stay in the pose. But then when you find that spot for the hands, take a full breath. Find your drishti, your gazing point. Take 2 more breaths. Big, deep inhale in. Exhale to sit a little bit deeper. 1 more full breath. And then bring the hands to the hips. Very gently start to straighten through the legs. Bring the toes to point to the wide side of the mat. And then you're going to just step to the front. Shake the legs out a little bit, maybe give the booty a little shake, and then feel how the hips and the thighs are starting to feel a little bit different. That opening that you have created through the low back and the strength you've created through the fronts of the thighs. So find that mountain pose once again. Ground the feet into the floor. Hands can be at the hips, the sides of the body, or the heart. Once you find that spot, close the eyes. Root the feet into the floor. Feel the heart press into the thumbs. Crown of the head lifts up towards the ceiling. Full cycle of breath. Blink the eyes open. Hands come to the hips. Step the left foot back. Right foot stays forward, and we're going to start on the ball of the left foot. So as you sink into this right knee, feel the right hip pull back. Notice sometimes we start to favor into that hip and the left knee starts to dump into the center of the foot. So pull the right hip back, point the knee towards the middle toe, firm the left leg, lift through the heart. So coming into Warrior 3, there's a couple of different ways that we can do it. If you have blocks, you can bring your blocks underneath the hands at the highest height. And then you would step your blocks forward right underneath the shoulders, pop up onto the front leg, the standing leg, and we're all balancing on the left leg, on the right leg, extending the left leg back. If you don't have blocks, you can do the same thing. Bring the hands to the heart or the hips, and then gently step forward, begin to balance in that front leg. Depending on how far you feel confident in your balance, you can bring the torso forward, lift the left leg. Extend the left leg to the back of the room. Again, feel mountain pose, so feel the ears in line with the shoulders. Reach the crown of the head forward. Left heel reaches back. You can bring the arms out like airplane wings. You can extend them back like you're flying. Take a full breath in wherever you are in Warrior 3. And then we'll bring the left foot down next to the right. Just notice that strength that you built in the leg, but also notice the strength you built in the core and how the low back feels. Close the eyes, hands to the hips. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more cycle of breath. Step the right foot to the back of the room. Come to the ball of the left foot, and the heel of the right foot is pointing up to the ceiling. Press the ball of the left foot into the floor, hands are at the hips. Right leg is nice and firm, you're lifting up through the chest. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Reach the crown of the head up, keep the right leg firm. Press into the ball of that left foot. Don't let the left hip come forward. Again, pull it back. Knee is pointing over the middle toe. Take a couple of breaths here, engaging the core. Before you move, imagine where you're going on this side. We all know we're going to Warrior 3. So if you have blocks, start to put your blocks in place. And then when you're ready, hands can come into whatever comfortable position. Start to step that back foot forward and then come into the pose. Extend the right foot back, ground into the left leg. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders. Take another full breath. Take 2 more breaths here, finding your balance. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward and the right heel back. And then on your inhale, you're going to come forward, step the right foot next to the left. Keep the hands at the heart, or you can bring them down to the hips. Close the eyes and just notice now the balance in the body. Take 1 more full breath. And then we're going to come down to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the elbows into the thighs. Reach the heart forward. And when you exhale, I want you to hinge forward. Feel like you're bringing the heart towards the toes. Soften the chin towards the chest, but lengthen through the back of the neck. Relax the cheek muscles. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. And then we'll inhale to come back into center. Extend the legs out in front of you. Have the feet together and the feet flex. Ground into the sit bones. Lift up through the heart. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. As you inhale, you'll lift the crown of the head up to the ceiling. When you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. You can grab onto the shins, the ankles, or maybe even the edges of the feet. When you do that, you're still softening the shoulders down the back. Keep the chin tucked so that the spine is long. And then start to reach the torso towards your toes. Once you find that sweet spot, that's when you can tuck the chin and come into whatever pose that feels comfortable, whatever position. Maybe you hinge all the way forward. Take 2 more breaths here. And then tuck the chin, come all the way forward, cross the legs, have the left shin in front of the right to start. Hands come onto the tops of the knees. Inhale to lengthen through the heart. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the left knee. Bring the right hand on top of the left knee. Left hand comes behind the body. Lift through the heart. When you exhale, you're going to gaze over the left shoulder. When you do this, soften through the shoulders. The back of the neck gets long. And then can you bring all of your awareness back to your breath? Use your next inhale to come back to center, and then exhale to twist all the way over to the opposite side. Left hand comes on top of the right thigh. Use the right hand behind the body just to lift through the heart. Close the eyes. Take a big, deep breath in. And gaze deeper over that right shoulder. And then you use your inhale to come back to center. Switch the crossing of the legs. Bring the right shin in front. Reground the sit bones. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Take a full breath in, closing the eyes. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, you're going to hinge forward. Bring the hands all the way down to the floor. Walk the hands forward, but don't let the sit bones come off the floor. Tuck the chin. Reach the heart towards the palms. And then can you soften the chin towards the earth? Take a full cycle of breath here, softening the heart, releasing the shoulder blades down the back. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale to come back to center. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Close the eyes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then come back to your intention that you created at the beginning of your practice. What was that word that described how you want your day to go? And then as you put a smile on your face, once again, think about and repeat that word silently to yourself. When you're ready, you'll blink the eyes open. Namaste. I hope you guys had a great practice this morning and got the body moving. Should feel a little bit good in the hips and in the tops of the thighs. If you have any questions, you guys can always reach out to me. But I hope you guys stay moving the rest of the day and stay kind and helpful to one another. I hope to see you guys on the mat on Wednesday. Have a great day.